everybody, it's Tracy from Tracy's Art and Craft. How are you all? Hope you're all well. So today I am not really giving a tutorial, nothing like that. Today I am just crafting along, if you like. Basically, I had a choice. I could go do the washing up or I could craft. Now, I don't know about you, but if it isn't fun, I think you just shouldn't do it. So I'm avoiding it. And I might just throw a little bit of money towards one of my children and be like, hey, little slave. No, not really. Only joking. I will get it done. But yeah, I don't know, I just wasn't in the mood. So I've brought myself a little brew. There we go. It's a lovely cup of tea today. And I have brought myself over one of my gutted out book covers. And I thought I'd make myself a small little journal. I love making the covers. I could just make them all the time. Some people loathe it and they hate it, but I'm one of those people that absolutely love it. So I've got that. I have these beautiful napkins I haven't used yet, and my husband spent quite a bit of money on these. These were not cheap napkins, but they're so pretty that, oh, there we go, £3.25. I don't usually go over £1, I've got to be honest, because I'm cheap and I like to keep it cheap. But I love bunnies. Everybody who knows me knows I love bunnies. So, and they're very delicate. So what I thought was I would bring over my penny whistle book. And yeah, I thought I might just pop some of this over the book, then put the napkin on. And yeah, we've got ourselves a lovely Irishy book going on. What do we reckon? I think it looks absolutely lovely. So yeah, I love Ireland. Yeah, I would do anything to live there. Oh, and I bought this paper just to cover the interior because I thought it was a nice paper. It'll go right the way across with a lovely bit for a pocket, which I might use the reverse side. If it's a bit bright, maybe I won't. So yeah, anyway, I thought that would be lovely. I'd use that as my inside covering. And I haven't brought anything over for the bind. Now, I don't know if you know, but I prefer to cover my binds with fabric. When they're not covered with fabric, they do tend to split, unless it's duct tape that I use. And I do have with me my favourite duct tape, so I may use that if I think it goes. Or I may use fabric. I haven't decided, so I haven't brought anything with me. We're just going to go for it and see how far we get today. Oh, and I also bought this. Someone was given about 20 rolls of this stuff away. I have so much. I don't know why I picked up. It was free, okay? I pick up things for free whenever I can, to reuse and recycle and things. And they had about 20 rolls of this. I wouldn't put this in my house. This is like a border. I don't know. Do Americans have these? In the UK, we used to have, around like the 90s, I think, these paper borders going around the middle of our room instead of what we call a dado rail. And I've got dado rails in this house, but it's not my house, otherwise I'd have them removed. But dado rails are like a wooden rail that goes through the middle of your walls, and it's supposed to stop furniture hitting your walls. It's meant to protect furniture. None of my furniture actually reaches as high as a dado rail. Literally my sofa's below the dado rail. I mean, it's pointless. I don't know why people have them. But paper borders, I mean, they haven't been in fashion for a while, but people still do have them, I suppose. So I thought, well, that's a lot of paper there. We could use that for many things. I thought I might use some of it on my journal. I mean, it might look nice in places. We'll have to just see what we want to do with that. I don't know. I brought it over because I've got to use some of it. I've got so much. So yeah, we might as well just get started. Like I say, it's just going to be like a craft along, chat along. I'm just going to have a bit of my tea. I'm using my little coaster from Antonio Makes, bless him. I told you I didn't have a coaster on my desk. I was just using my desk. And I am a brute and I destroy everything. I'm terrible. That's a good cup of tea. Yeah, so I'm just going to start off with some of this and fable. I may want that word. Oh, that's table. I thought it said fable. Okay, I'm not going blind. Shh. I don't want all this sort of written stuff. Let's just skip ahead. This is a really nice piece. I'm looking for pieces that have lots of the notes. Don't want the words though. I better leave that just in case. I know me, I'll be like, oh, I wish I kept those words. These two are really good. Let's start with these three. So yeah, I'm doing well. A little bit bored right now, but nothing to, you know, write home about. I've got literally nothing on at the moment. Handed in one little essay. I now got my end essay to do. Oh God, my paintbrush went right in the glue. So my university work's going really well. I've got a really good score this year coming up. And they do like a little thing where you can tell how your score's going. And mine's going really, really well so far. So hopefully that will continue. That will continue to go well, and you know, I could pass with a good grade. That would be nice. I'd really like to get a degree with honours, which is the two highest grades you can get in your degree, because I really want to go on to do a master's, but I don't know, I don't see that happening. That probably would have had a better chance of happening if I had done it when I was younger, but I didn't have those opportunities then, and didn't take those opportunities then, even if I had them, and didn't have any confidence in myself, so I didn't do that. And yeah, I do regret it. I don't regret it for any job that I may have had or anything like that. I regret not proving to myself that or not having faith in myself that I was capable of such things. So, you know, not wanting to live with regrets, I decided to do the degree. I'm doing the paper all sorts of different ways down around. I think it brings a little bit of interest to the eye when it's not all like going in one direction. I don't know, I haven't really got any tips for you on this, that's why I didn't do it. I couldn't think of anything to talk about as a tutorial wise, and I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit I guess tired and just in the mood to just sit down really and just enjoy what it is I'm doing, rather than thinking about and planning something, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. I really like the dots that this is putting onto the paper, if you know what I mean, like, because you've got all the because you've got all these dots here of the penny whistle notes. I really, really like it. So what I'm doing here is I'm just pushing it into the bind, into the gap, so that it still has full range of movement when it dries. Just, you know, reduces the risk of it tearing. Look at these rubbish bits of paper. Got to check the words though. I always forget to check the words. Home, want that one. You know, because it's in such a nice font, you need to be dawning of the day. What a lovely phrase. You need to be checking the words and making sure you want those words. Home again. Let's have that word. Oh, why have I got more glue? I didn't need more glue. There we are. Doo -doo -doo. It's not coming off the edge far enough. Still like that. So I have to make sure it comes off the edge far enough for it to be wrapped round. I mean, this journal cover would have been light enough, I think, for the bunnies as it was. But I don't know, I do like book page, music, sheet music, things like that to go in the background. The Londonderry Air. What is the Londonderry Air? I like that. So, my ancestry, now I'm talking about going back hundreds of years, is maybe even more, is Scottish and Irish. So my father's last name comes from the Waterford area of Ireland, and my mother's last name comes from a Scottish clan. Doesn't make me, I want to make that very clear, doesn't make people Scottish or Irish if you have ancestry of Scotland and Ireland. It just means your ancestry came from there, not you. So I'm fully English, born and bred, and you know, my family, even though my mum travelled around with her family due to them being army kids, the family is born and bred English. So no, I'm not Irish and Scottish, but I have ancestry of Ireland and Scotland, and I don't know, I'm very, very drawn to Ireland. It's a beautiful, beautiful country, wonderful people, and I just absolutely love the place. Oh, come on, sticking to the paper now. Yeah, I've put the paper down to just protect everything because I'm really super messy. I'm covering the spine even though I may cover the, well, I will cover the spine with something else, but I'm doing it anyway, just so that I can make sure everything that may show will be covered the way it's supposed to be. There we go. This is why my bone folders get really gluey. That's why I always use this one. This was a plastic one. I do have a bone one. I just can't find where that's gone at the moment. I've probably put up really somewhere stupid because I do that. I put things like all over the place in the most ridiculous places. Yeah, sometimes I'll put things in the fridge that don't belong in the fridge. I don't know. I don't even know. I can't even tell you why I put it there. And I wish I could say it was my brain condition, but it's not, because I've done this all my life. I've been this disorganised my whole entire life. Yeah, absolute nightmare of a person. It's fine. Somebody has to be, don't they? Somebody has to be the problem. Somebody has to be the trouble. I'm happy to fill that role for everyone. Let's Notice I've got a little bit more here of this paper. I don't want to waste any. I'm using Mod Podge matte today. I prefer the matte one for my covers to the normal gloss one. I do seal my Mod Podge as well, so it won't be sticky. And I seal it with, I've got some on my trolley actually, I can show you. With professional gloss, well this was a gloss varnish, I've got a matte one over my, oh excuse me, sorry, the tea's making me burp. I've got a, this is a gloss one, I've got a matte one over on my art area, and yeah, that is just like a varnish seal for acrylic paintings, but yeah, it works really well for, you know, coating the Mod Podge and things like that. And of course, because I have to use it in my acrylic paintings, that's why I use it. I wouldn't recommend going out and buying that. It's quite expensive, those varnishes. There's lots of other sealants you can buy. Yes, I'd recommend, you know, looking around at different sealants, because you can get, you know, those spray varnishes for paint. You can get those. I've forgotten where I put my book. Oh, there it is. See what I mean? I put them in, I don't know. I put it away on my trolley. Drowsy Maggie. Oh, the Merry Blacksmith. One of my favourite folk songs, the Merry Blacksmith. I love that one. Maybe I should have kept this book and took up the penny whistle, eh? My mum would have loved it. My mum loves the penny whistle, but I think the rest of my family would have moaned at me. Drowsy Maggie. I don't think we want Drowsy Maggie, do we? Unless I want to call the journal Maggie. Who knows? I do name my journals, all of them. Unless they haven't been finished, then I don't name them. And yeah, I just like to name them. I put a lot of emotion into them, and I feel like they get a little life of their own. There's a lot of talking to them going on. Yep, I'm that insane. I do. I sit there and I go, what is it you need in you now? Like, can you tell me? Because I don't know. You know, that kind of thing. Why not? There's nobody here to hear me, you know. Maybe my son might hear me. My son is home today. He came home sick yesterday from work and, well, college. He was at college. So in England, you go to college between, in case you don't know, some of you know, because some of you like have English family and things, but in case you don't know, you go to college between 16 and 18. And he went to college learning childcare, and he also works in childcare as part of his course. And sometimes they go on to become full-time jobs. Now, the course that he's doing, it's likely it'll become a full-time job, and then afterwards he's planning on going to university, which will be like an American college, and there he's going to be studying the 4th level of his childcare course, and that will make him sort of management level. But you have to work in childcare for a little while before you can go on to do that 4th level. So you can't just go to college, do it, and then go on, do your 4th level. You have to get experience, which I think is good, because you like working with children, you know, it takes experience, it takes time, we've got a lot to learn. Smithfield Hayman, the Green Meadow, Old Meadow. So we're going to keep these words again. Oh, no we're not, I ripped it. Okay. Ignore me. Scrap that. I'll better look at the time better now so you don't get cut off again. I'll have a look in a second. Let's have a look. stopped and started it anyway because I'm going to lose, you know, I'm going to lose track of time. So yeah, it's better to stop and start it, isn't it? The wind that shakes the barley. I've heard of that one. The pigeon on the gate. Oh, I've still got this page to look at. Stop wasting paper, Tracy. So yeah, I am putting a lot of glue on. You don't have to put so much, but some people might be like, wow, that's a lot of glue. Yeah, I'm looking for a really hard cover. And putting on lots and lots of things like Mod Podge and tacky glue and stuff really thickens up your piece. So it's a good way to thicken up something. Now this is already quite a hard cover, but yeah, it's just going to really add this solid can't talk, solidness to it. I hurt my wrist. If you notice, I'm being very right-handed today. I'm actually ambidextrous, but I'm not doing a lot with my left hand, and that's because I've hurt my left wrist. I don't know how I was cleaning, and then all of a sudden, boom, intense pain. I didn't do anything with it, so I don't have an answer or an explanation. All I know is it really hurts. So I might have got a little bit of carpal tunnel going on, you know, a little bit of tennis elbow. Because a lot of tennis elbow actually happens in the wrist. And sometimes your elbow don't hurt, your wrist does. I'm just going to have a little bit of my cup of tea before it goes cold. Yeah. I do hope all you guys are okay. I've been having a wonderful conversation, not always wonderful, with the lovely Karen. Bless her, massive storms coming her way in Australia. They may have already happened, I don't know. I didn't even know they've been having like these really bad storms and stuff, but apparently like they're really suffering there at the moment. So my thoughts are with her, bless her. Sometimes you get this bubbling, that really bugs me because I know underneath there's a lot of glue, and then all of a sudden it doesn't seem to have held. No, look, all the glue dried out. I'll just take it back to where it was, where it's stuck, and see if that helps. The other side hasn't done it. I've just done a rubbish job, I think, to be honest with you. This one's sticking as well really well. Yeah, I think it's just my rubbish job. I'm just going to pause you while I dry that with my drying tool. It's just a horrible noise, so I'm just going to pause you and then we'll be back. Hey, I began to dry it and then I realised, why dry it when I could just start putting the napkin on it? What is the matter with me? You see what I mean? I do this all the time. You know, my crafting isn't smooth sailing most of the time. I'm so ditzy. Why don't I just do the napkin, right? I don't know. I don't know where my mind's at. It's a perforated bit here. So I begin to try to grow my nails. I haven't bit them in a few days. So we've got hope. Hope is there. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but you know, there's hope. So I've got a few napkins here now. I've got to get the backs off of this, so I just get tape, and that's what I'm about to do. Just get tape and oh, my kids have been at my tape. Wonderful. That means we don't have any end. There we go, found it. I'll I'm quite good at finding the end, so all my family bring me the tape and I always go, I can't find the end. Yeah, I bet you can't. The blooming thing folded sideways a little bit, so. There we go, fold up on itself. There's one, those two. The backings are good for all sorts of things, stamping and whatnot, lots and lots of things. But I don't always use it. This one I am ripping quite roughly. I'm not using my water to rip. Just got to be careful not to rip the bunny off. Sorry, you can't see me. Because it's not going to matter how I do this piece. In a minute I'm going to have to get some water and my little water brush. Right now we're good. I want my bunny dead centre. Let's get some glue down. Because I dried this side because I'm a wonderful genius. Oh. You want it coated really well in glue. Not a lot of glue, you don't need a lot, but you do want it to be covered well because otherwise you get these like little air bubbles. I should have probably brought over a thinner glue. Would have made things a little bit easier for the top, but never mind. Sorry if you can hear all sorts of weird noises. My cat is sort of moving around and doing her own thing, living her best life, you know, as cats do. Probably off to chew my plants. She does that. So we can't get plants that are dangerous for cats because like no lilies in this house. I do love lilies. Lilies are some of my favourite plants, but they're dangerous for cats. I think there are some safe types, but I'm not 100% sure, so I just avoid them. I'm going to pop some more little flowers and things just down here. So this is where I'm just going to tear. I could use water. I could go get it, I really could, but here I am, not getting it, you know. Yeah, that's better, I like that. Just overlap them a little. I bought my cat one of those new beds recently. Not new, I bought my cat a new bed, and it's one of those ones where it goes on the radiator. Oh my god, she loves it. It's her favourite spot now. She's currently climbing all over that. So I just want some of this white napkin. So I'm going to take off this bunny. I do put these away and I do reuse them because sometimes you use them in collage and things for like tags that will go into the journal and stuff. So just taking some of this white because I have a big old patch at the top with no napkin on. And I've just got a little bit of a butterfly piece there, so I'm just going to line it up. There we go, that's that piece. So pretty. I'm thinking I might just leave the back how it is. Maybe I want to use some of that white stuff that came off the back. So yeah, I'm just going to separate this up a little bit. separate that up, and let's pop that straight over. So I'm just going to make sure there's glue everywhere. There we are. I like it all wrinkly and crinkly, so I've deliberately sort of kept it scrunched. You can smooth these out, it is possible. What else do I have going on in life? Not a lot else. Husband's gone to his parents for the day, for dinner with his mum. What else? I do like my in-laws, I'm very lucky. I don't go there very often. That's not out of not liking them. Just busy, you know. And my husband goes there very often. I think it's important for people not to get in the way of, especially if you don't like them, to get in the way of your partner's relationship with their parents. Because what your opinions are don't matter to anyone, really. They're your opinions, and they're not my husband's, are they? But I don't even have bad opinions of them. I really like them. But yeah, I just get busy, so I don't get to go there as often. Because like with the filming as well, when it's quiet, that's a perfect time to get a couple of videos made up. Let's remove that. There we go. Now I will dry it and I will be right back. So there we go, that's touch dry now. Mod Podge does take like 4 weeks to cure fully, but it's touch dry, so I'm able to flip it over. So now what I like to do is I like to take a little 3-in-1 because this helps to dry quicker. And just start off, there we go, start off in the corners and just pop a little blob in each corner and bring the corners in. I saw Pam from the Paper Outpost do this, and it's just become my favourite way to cover my journals now, so yeah, that's just how I do it now. It covers the corners really well. Oh, we've got some damp spots here sticking to the paper underneath. Hopefully we're not causing too many problems here. Oh, it's just the edges. Yep, the cover's fine. Just gonna fold that down just so when I flip it up it's gonna look okay. And then in these corners I'm just going to cut a little triangle out. And that'll just make it easier for getting these to fold up without any bulk. Like so. Okay, don't stick. Oh no, we've got some sticking. Yeah, this is going to be a nightmare. I thought it would be. Because I'm wanting to do too much too soon. I may have to put something on that little bunny's ear to hide it. Bunny may end up with a pretty little hairpiece. What I'm thinking is just turn these in, and then I must leave it to dry, so we'll end the video there. So you know the guff, guys, you know all the stuff. My stuff is all in the description box. My shop is there. I am just folding this down at the moment just because I don't want my piece to stick to the stuff that's underneath, so I'm just, you know, getting it stuck down any old how. It'll be fine. If it's not fine, then yeah, you know, I haven't lost anything, it's fine. We just won't use this journal cover, or I'll recover it again. One or the other. It's not the end of the world. Mistakes happen. So yeah, all my stuff's in the description box. My store is down there if you want to sign up to my monthly newsletter. It usually comes out on the 1st. There are a few new people that have been signing up that I've been sending it off to anyway. If you don't get my newsletter, guys, check your spam. It'll be in there, but you know, I am definitely sending them out, and anyone that's new to subscribe, they're getting it sent via my own email, my business email, because I'm just forwarding it on to you so you don't miss out. But usually you'll only get it on the 1st. I'm only doing it this month because it's new, you know, and some people are missing out and I don't want them to miss out. And you get a free digital with that newsletter, and that's why I don't want people to miss out, you know. I'll talk about what's coming up on my channel and my store, but it's not really to sell anything, it's just to give you guys a free digital. It gives me a way to give it to you guys. I've got to fix that ear. See, I'm just going around fixing little bits now that may have stuck. Right, we must leave this to stand up and dry. We must not keep playing with it. Right, we'll leave that there to dry. Sorry that it's standing up, but I cannot stop it from sticking to everything. So yeah, what else is down there? My website is down there, my socials, you know the guff, everything's down there. Please like and subscribe, and if you do want notifications of, you know, whenever I post a new video, there's a little bell icon, and if you just push that bell icon, it will send you notifications of when I post something new, but you don't have to if you don't want those notifications, you know. And I will see you next time. Have a lovely day, and yeah, I'll do something a bit more, well, less traumatic, less all over the place, less destructive, and I'll see you then. Bye for now. Bye.